Here we are in the lovely Auckland Islands, subantarctics, and I'm sitting against, right next door to a Dracophyllum. This tree species we're hoping will help us provide an answer about what the past climate has been like. Tree rings are a well-known tool that can be used to help understand past climate. By that I mean some species faithfully record the climate conditions that they endure. So good years they put on wide rings, bad years they put on narrow rings. So we're hoping the Dracophyllum will help fill in a story back in time as to what's the environment's been like here. How do we get a sample? This is what I'm going to show you. We use a thing called an increment borer. It's quite a simple tool. It's got a tray or a spatula, which we'll see how we use that later. And then we have the steel tube. It's about 5 millimeters in diameter, and we basically just wind this into the tree. Being so small, only about 5 millimeters, it doesn't actually harm the tree, and the tree is well able to cope with minor irritations like a small hole that's put in the tree trunk. It often suffers far worse damage by limb breakage or root wrench or pathogen attack than a borer hole. So it doesn't affect the tree, us coring. To take the core, we place it against the tree, we try and eyeball where we think the center of the tree will be, and then we press and we start to turn without jiggling it too much. So we're turning and pressing to try and get the borer started. Once it gets started, life gets easier. Pressed into the tree, now I can, with a balance with both hands, turn it, wind it in, enabling us to take a core sample. This might take a little while. Once we've gone in where we think the center of the tree might be, we stop and we sometimes check, placing the spatula upside down, push it until it touches the bark, carefully pulling it out, keeping there, checking the distance. Looks perfect, so the core in there looks good. We then slide it underneath, all the way up to there, wind it back a turn, and then pull it out. And hopefully on here you'll see the core sample, which we've taken from the tree.